Hello. It's 7:30 and today it's Thursday. Thank you to my A team, Fazana and Leon. And today we've got another guest who's just sitting here and doing nothing. But I'm joking. She's been doing coffee and all sorts of things. Rolene is here. Hello, darling. Hello, Nisha. Hello, Misha. Hello, everyone. And today we are having such an interesting day. I just love it when you just all come like that. You make me feel so good. Today, we've got somebody. If you are going to be lucky, you may just be lucky today. Today we are chatting with Adila. Adila is a NADA. Do you know what a NADA is? Acu Detox practitioner. Okay. Louise Hay, Heal Your Life facilitator. Ooh. And NLP World UK practitioner. That's quite big. It's amazing. She changes people's lives daily through a step-by-step mind and body detoxification and healing process. That is just so nice. It sounded too big. It sounded so much, but she's just so amazing. She's a life coach. So if you want to know more about life coach, about all those things, you need to tune in because Nada is going to be right here. She's our guest today. I'm just waiting for her to come and join. I know that COVID-19 has been such a big problem, not only to me, not only to you, but to our friends, our families, our professional lives. Everything is just being affected, guys. I see you, Seliwena. Is it Seliwe? Seliwena. I see you, Sianda. I see you, Misha. It is just so amazing. Misha says, two amazing women. Also, Nada, darling. It is so amazing. And I just cannot wait to hear what she's going to be chatting with us about. She's going to tell us more about her company, and you really have to tune in because there's going to be two lucky people today. What are we having, Leon? We are having 2 freebies, 2 sessions, and this is going to be for absolutely nothing. You know how expensive it is to go to a life coach. So Nada is going to give 2 sessions after our chat today. So you better just stay there. Don't go away. I see the coach. Oh, was it that? Okay, I think there was the coach there. Okay, the coach is right here. Okay. So Nada is going to come and join us. Waiting to connect with Nada, guys. I think there. Okay, these things, they move very fast. They just move very fast. But as I said, Nada is going to unpack with us what she's been dealing with. COVID has been just something else. There we are. And she's going to us about different things. How have children been affected? A leader is going to be chatting to us about how has children been affected? How was your love life affected during COVID? And I chatted to a friend the other day, and she was telling me that couple of people have been committing suicide. So it's just so sad to know that people are sitting at home feeling frustrated. They don't know what to say to who, and they just decide, I'm just going to take my life. Please don't take your lives. You know what? This shall come to pass as well. So that's why we're just unpacking. We're just chatting. We it says waiting for the coach. I don't know what is happening. Hello, Sianda. Hello, Makasa. Hello, Estelle. I see so many people want to join in on the chat. Um, it would be very nice to have you join in. Hello, Mami, she says. Hello, Vusi. Hello to Makatso. Please don't go anywhere. We're trying to find a leader. I grew up listening to your songs. I love that, Anne. Anne says, I'm a fan from Nigeria. Hey, hello, Mrs. Is it Mr. Olga? I love you very much. We are waiting. I see Percy there. Okay, I think our guest is having a problem logging in. They really inspired me to write poems. Oh, that's very nice. I see Fazana. Is it this one? We're battling to get our this one, the top one. Yeah. We're trying to tune in with hello,
Adila.
Nada.
Adila. Hi,
Alida.
Yvonne. How are you?
Adila. Oh, hi, Adila. How are you?
Walaikum
Salam
salam. How are
alaikum.
you doing? You're looking lovely.
Thank you. Thank you very much. You're looking beautiful yourself, my dear. I was telling our guest to say I'm going to be talking to somebody very interesting today. And I just want you to tell me more about your company. I know you're a life coach, you help people, and you've trained in the UK, which is very, very interesting. And I know that during COVID, so many people are sort of under. So I'd like you to sort of, unpack it for me and our fans out there, what you do, how can you help them? And I said, if they still tune in, we're going to have two people who'll be very lucky to be chatting with
Amazing.
you.
Thank you so much for the opportunity. It's an absolute pleasure to be here, Yvonne. So I've studied across various spectrums with regards to life coaching and wellness. I am an entrepreneur. So over the years, I have been hustling and opening businesses and running different types of businesses across the hotel and hospitality industry. So that has been my forte for more than 12 years. I am a hotelier as we speak. But 10 years ago, I wrote a book in 2014 called Get Out of Your Mind, as I thought there was a gap at that time in my life. I needed somebody to help me get out of my mind and sort things out in my life. And so I became that voice. So apart from entrepreneurship, I think that every individual needs some sort of guidance, no matter how amazing or how not amazing their life journey is. So it's been about 7 years now that I've been into coaching and business mentorship and wellness and healing and all sorts of work to assist people in understanding their own minds and understanding themselves better. It has been an enlightening journey for me, I have to tell you, because through every single person's growth and development, I have grown and I have healed a certain part of my life and myself as well.
So thank you very much for that in-depth explanation on what you do. So do you want to tell me, Adila, that everybody does need a coach, or I can just say, I'm fine, I don't need anything, I'm okay, I don't need to be coached. I know if there's ups and downs in my business or in my home, I'm okay, I'll
Wing
just
it.
tackle the bull by the horn. Is it imperative that one has to have a coach? How do you
Sure.
help people come out of their
Right.
comfort zone? Because sometimes we sit in our comfort zones and say, no, I'm fine, I'll be okay, don't worry, I don't need to
Anyone.
go to a life coach, I'll be okay. And you sit there
Yeah.
and you die
Well, I'm not going
inside.
to say
What is the significance of
Sure.
having a
I'm not
life
going to
coach?
say, yes, it's imperative to have a life coach because it's a business for me. I'm going to say yes because I need a coach as well. Throughout the journey of my life, I have a mentor and I have a coach because you know what? We don't have all the answers. And especially now with the COVID situation, mental health is one of the biggest concerns for the youth, for women, especially with all of the gender-based violence that's going on. A lot of people are trying to cope, and it is important for us, just like how when you're physically ill, we go to a doctor, and if we need any type of services, we request and go to people for the services. Likewise, we do not have all the answers when it comes to managing life, because life is filled with its challenges. So I do believe that having a coach, and I would say having someone to talk to, an accountability partner. I would rather be somebody's accountability partner than make them feel intimidated by the idea or embarrassed to say, oh, yes, I see a coach. You could say, I have an accountability partner, somebody who sees the situation or has a different perspective.
I love that.
Yeah,
I love
someone
that.
who has a
Yeah,
different
yeah,
perspective on my situation, and perhaps they are seeing it with different lens, and somebody with experience and with the background and understanding that cannot tell me what to do, because I don't like telling people what to do. I'd merely like to be a little
yeah,
voice
yeah.
inside their head, nudging them and telling them it's already there. I just want to create some awareness to what you already know.
Amazing, amazing. Without you divulging to me much, um, I just want you to tell me during COVID, uh, the problems that our people have been having, whether it's about depression, children being affected. Have you seen some people during this course of the time? I know that some children would be very frustrated to be sitting
Sure.
in the house, not going to play outside, more especially those who hyperactive. What have you sort of helped the parents in times like these?
So, can you hear me, Yvonne? Okay, so some of the challenges that are very common right now are, can you hear me? All right. Okay,
I
great.
can.
Some of the challenges which are quite common right now is definitely family conflict and issues. There are parents that are overly obsessive and paranoid, and I do not blame them regarding the COVID situation. There are children that do feel claustrophobic, children that do feel the situation is becoming a bit toxic, and also relationships. So the family dynamic is really being affected by corona, because there's so much of spending time together and getting. A lot of people are like, okay, I actually got to know my partner and I really like this guy, or I don't actually like this person. So there's a lot of revelation that's happening. um, Personality
Yeah, yeah.
clashes. Another thing that's very common is that people are not agreeing to disagree. Everybody is trying to push their opinion on the matter of, no, you shouldn't be going out, you should be going out, no, we can't get together, yes we can. So there's a lot of from on a mild scale, those are some of the issues. On a more serious scale, there are many people that are on medication for anxiety, for depression, for various sorts of illnesses. So the work that I do as a Heal Your Life practitioner is to help people understand the link between their illness and their belief system, and how they have contributed
Mm.
towards their illnesses in some way or the other, and to be able to, without feeling guilty, take responsibility for the illness that has manifested in the body as a result of a certain conditioning and mindset and belief system, or vicious cycle that has been playing for years. Now imagine that situation compounded with the COVID situation, what the individual is going through.
Mm.
As it is,
I know
yeah.
it is just so, so sad. I see Zawadi from Kenya there. I see so many people, saying this is very, very important. I know that it has not been easy, even for families and just people who've lost their jobs, men who just think, oh, I can't fend for my family now. How do we try and help those people to say, this is just a phase? This will probably pass. You know, we know different people have shut their businesses, and it's just become too much to bear. And you know, I was talking to a friend the other day. Somebody out there was diagnosed with COVID, but obviously it was some type something, and she feels so terrible because she's being honest and she's divulging, but you know, people are like, oh no, we
Alienating.
don't want to be talking to her and things like that. How do exactly? How do we then let our people that, you know what, this is not going to rub on you. Let's accept these people the way they are. Yes, they've quarantined and they're okay now. And so we don't have to ostracize these
Look, at the
people.
moment,
How do we sort of help conscientize our people?
if I had to start coughing now on this live, it's going to raise eyebrows. You know what I mean? Let's be realistic. The minute somebody coughs or they sniff or
Yeah,
any sort of symptom, or even if you say I have a headache or I've got a fever, people are like, stay away from me, because you are already, just the idea will make you feel like we need to isolate. So I do believe that the situation is creating a lot of unnecessary issues, right, for relationships. But apart from that, it is something that, of course, we need to learn to live with. It is easier for me to say that. It's easy for you to say that. It is not easy for somebody who doesn't even understand themselves. It's not easy for a woman who's being abused.
yeah,
It's not easy for a husband who feels that he's not a good enough provider. So there's people with already existing conditions, and now you're giving them one
yes,
extra issue, added issue to deal with, and there's no coping mechanism. Who taught? Nobody. You know, at one point in my life, I needed help from a mental health point of view, and everybody told me,
I
yeah,
think we all do.
right,
I think we
and
all
do
do,
this, do
you know?
that, don't do
Yeah,
this, don't do that. Who do you
yeah.
listen to? Who do you listen to? There is no
Mm,
right and
mm.
wrong. And so, as a coach, I always say it's not my responsibility to tell you, do this, don't do this. All I can do is give you the advice and give you the. So I do. You mentioned AcuDetox. I do ear acupuncture. So ear acupuncture is ear needling through 5 points.
I'm scared of those needles. I'm scared of
Yvonne,
those
I can
needles.
see your ears are covered. So it's for emotional detoxification. So let me give you an example. If I need to assist you with coaching and it's not working out, or you feel like this is not helping, I'm not somebody who wants to speak. I can't speak about my emotions. I'm an introvert. I'm going through a lot. There's a whole lot of stress, anxiety, depression. People are suffering with all sorts of conditions. I can't deal with it. AcuDetox is emotional detoxification. So all we do is we put in the needles. I leave you alone for 45 minutes. The needle does the work. It emotionally detoxes you.
That's a long time. I did love 45 minutes.
We've
Well, I think I've got lots of
Yeah, we've
clients for
seen the
you.
result.
I've got lots of
Yeah.
clients for you. You know, and I've seen other people in this, you know,
Yeah.
during this time, uh, doing things that are really abnormal, you know, probably excessive eating, excessive sleeping, excessive drinking, and just doing things excessively because they
Correct.
can't go out. They're being separated, you know, from the world, and so they are stuck in one place. And it's either they binge or they do all sorts of things. How do we then try and help such people, or you know, and things like that? And particularly, you know, even children, and even those women out there. You know, for me, what is said is women being stuck at home. You know, you're not supposed to be stuck when you're at home. You have to say, I'm at home and I'm happy. But there are women who are stuck at home with their abusers. How do we then say to them, you know what? You are in this situation, but here is Adila to help you solve this problem. Because you can imagine the numbers of women that had been battered had gone
Correct.
so high, you know, because now this man is probably angry that I can't go out to go and see my girlfriend or whoever I'm flirting with. I'm stuck here with you. it's just been a
Correct. So I'm
mess,
going to talk
you
about
know.
two things. The first
Yeah.
being regarding, so I do online coaching. I phone clients and then I do a session online, and it's been wonderful. Those that have access to Zoom and internet and data, then we go live on Zoom. If not, then I call the client, so they don't have to worry about, like, having data or airtime and things like that. And then we do online sessions. But I want to talk about two things. Number one, the head of the homemaker, the influencer, the one that keeps everything together is the woman of the house. So I'm going to speak about the one part. If that
I see.
woman lets herself
Yeah.
go, that house is gone. There's no point me coaching her children or her husband or any member of that family if she is not in the right space. Now, on social media, throughout the
Yes.
lockdown, women were proud to say, from one pajama to the next, from one pajama to the next,
Yeah.
from one
From one
party,
pajama to the next. I
from
can
breakfast
imagine.
into dinner. And yes, there's been weight gain, there's been lack of self-esteem, there's been issues where they're feeling depressed and they feel like there's no purpose in life. It's been happening, and this energy is filtering through the rest of the family. And so that is the perfect recipe for chaos
Mm.
in that home. And so the counseling and the work needs to be done with the woman. Women have to, there's a lot that needs to be done. A man, yes, he knows he has his responsibilities, but let's admit it, more often than not, we allow them, and my husband's watching this live, we allow them to get away with things, because, okay,
And somebody says it's like the tsunami in the whole
correct.
household,
So if
you
my
know?
mom's in
Yeah.
pajamas till four
Yeah.
o'clock in the afternoon, and if she's let go of herself, and if she's binge eating, then we're just going to follow suit. And if there's no discipline, the discipline has to come from that individual that's spearheading that home. And I know that's a lot of pressure to put on a woman's shoulder, but then this is why people like us are here, to give you the push and the nudge, and to give
Yeah.
you the confidence, and to be the listening ear, because you can be talking in your house and nobody's listening. Nobody's listening.
Yeah. I can imagine. You know, you really give me hope. And SAF there says thank you for the mentoring the people. So people really appreciate what you are doing. And you know, when Fazana and Dion, when we sat with my partners and we started chatting, that what can we talk about? People are depressed. People are upset. You know, Corona came without even telling us. She just came and brought everything into a standstill. So how do we give our people hope? How do we say to them, you're not alone. We are all in this together. You know, small business, ordinary people just wanting to live. How do we give them hope to say, you are going to be okay? This is what I started doing, Adila. I thought, okay, I'm not traveling. And I started doing
I saw the
exercises.
video. Well
I
done.
thought, I'm not going to sit here and I wake up even when it's cold. My body just says, wake up, girl. Just go and work out. And I must say, I've been getting very good response from people without anybody pushing me. I just wake up in the morning and I do it because I love it and I want to do it. Nobody forces me to do this. And I've just been doing my workout and I'm so loving it. And I said to myself, Corona, you're not going to stop me from doing the things that I want to do. So I really want to say to people out there, here's Adila. She's telling you out there, men and women, that women, you are an ocean nurturing and strong. You cannot let yourself go. You cannot just sit there and feel sorry for yourself. So stop binging. Stop eating a lot. Stop wearing pajamas from night to 4 o'clock. Still wake up in the morning, even when you're not going anywhere. Dress up and have your
Absolutely.
makeup, you know, and just look good and feel good,
Absolutely.
isn't it?
Your video.
I see Chowmin said, says, I saw an exercise,
I
mom.
was just
Okay,
gonna say,
yes.
your one video, you may think, oh, I'm just doing an exercise, let me put it on social media. You have no idea the impact, how it may impact people's lives. People would wake up and say, if Mama Yvonne can do it. I can do it. You know, you can inspire someone's life through the smallest act. And so this is what we are here for, to be the change drivers. So I could come on this live and just say, oh, whatever, it's just an interview. You want to put makeup, you want to look pretty, you want to not to let people look at you and say, oh, what are you up to? You're dressing up to go nowhere. You're doing it to inspire somebody, to say, look into the mirror, love what you see, accept what is in front of you, accept it and love it, and not want to be anything other than what you are. And when you accept yourself on that level, then you're going to be the perfect example for these children who are already struggling to accept themselves. As it is now, one of my biggest concerns is the youth, and the fact that with social media and the way things are going on, they are finding it very difficult to accept themselves as they are. And so if we can build these strong mothers or dynamic influencers who are influencing all of the right messages, who are conveying the messages that you are perfectly fine as you are, and the changes are not necessary. I mean, perhaps with the dressing up and not wearing the pajama situation, but changes with in terms of our personality and being authentic to ourselves. So there's a lot of work, and you know what? There's no better time than COVID. I believe that this has been a time, an absolute blessing, because it stopped everyone to go within, to self-introspect, to stop all the noise. There was too much of noise. There was, I need to dress up. We need to go to the mall, shopping, here, there. Now there's nothing. There's just time with yourself.
I'm so inspired, and I see Zawadi there here. She says, I highly recommend the book, Your Body is Not an
Amazing.
Apology. I mean, this is just so amazing. And what is nice, what you said is, you know, for these young people who go on social media and sometimes they see these skinny people and they all want to be like that. I'm very happy that you said it and Zawadi said it. You should just be happy. Say every freckle is where it's supposed to be. And I think we have tend to want to be things that we are not. So I want to say to all the young people who are listening here, you are perfect the way you are. You don't have to be anything else. For me, I do these exercises for health reasons. You know, I'm not doing it to look sexy or to look good. Oh yes, that's part of it, but for me it's just to be healthy. So I want to say to a plus size person, love yourself the way you are and never regret, because this is what our young people then start feeling unloved, not tolerating themselves, whether they're boys or girls or whatever. And it is important to tell them that it's
You know,
okay.
Yvonne, I just want to touch on a very important point while it's on my mind. Many people are losing their jobs during this time. Youngsters, the elderly, people are losing their jobs. It's a time where economically and financially it's going to be a struggle. But if we had to look at it from a positive point of view, it is the perfect opportunity for entrepreneurship. It is a perfect opportunity for people to dig deep within and find their passion and say, I have no option right now. Am I a victim? Am I going to sit back and say, oh, there's no income. How are we going to survive? Or am I going to dig deep within and look for some sort of passion and talent and take that and create something amazing out of it? As a business coach, these are some of the things that I do, assist entrepreneurs to find their passion and to actually work on themselves and say, what will it take for me to get from here to the next space? So the COVID, there's a lot of hidden blessings during the COVID period and this whole quarantine and everything that's going on. It is a beautiful opportunity for all of the youngsters watching and listening to dig deep and consider entrepreneurial skills and look for the talent within them. And we are here to help you. We're here to tell you this is the A to Z. You come up with the idea or you tell us what you love and I will show you how to create a business out of it.
Amazing, Adila. I just want to say thank you very much. I see there's lots of questions. People are asking, how do I get a life coach? Please go to my Instagram and you'll get all the details. And if you are just lucky, you can have a free session with Adila. And somebody here was saying, yes, this was time to just slow down and take stock. And we have just done that. And I think really, I don't want to say thank you to COVID. COVID has made us to sit down and know ourselves better, know our loved ones better, because I think everybody was just too busy chasing BEE, chasing tenders and all sorts of things. I know that so many things have happened. People lost their lives, people lost work and things like that. But I think this has really brought us together. For me, this was time for Ubuntu. You know, I see somebody says there, you are inspiring. Be blessed more, Mama. Thank you very much, Tapelo, Tabo, Pelisane. But I want to say to you, thank you very much for doing what you're doing. You inspire me. You inspire other young people out there, other people who want to do business. This platform is not just for business. It's just to unpack. It's just to chat. It's just to say, I, Yvonne, you made me what I am, a musician. And I'm just saying to you, unpack. Let's chat. Let's just let's be there for one another. I think this is time to say I am.
Absolutely.
Because you are.
And you know what? It's okay to not be okay. It's okay. Whoever's listening and you don't feel okay, it's okay. But it's not okay to not be okay every day. So at some point, you're going to tell yourself, you know what? Okay, I want to feel sorry for myself. I always say this to my clients. If you want to feel sorry for yourself, tell yourself on a Saturday afternoon between 3 and 3:30, I'm going to feel sorry for myself. So the rest of the week, I'm keeping it all together. I'm keeping it all together. On Saturday at 2:45, you look at your watch, you get ready to feel sorry for yourself, lock yourself in the bathroom, cry for half an hour, scream, shout, do whatever you need to do. At 3:30, say, oh, it's time to pull myself together and get on with life. So we must make time. Make time for...
Adila, I don't know how to thank you. And I just want to say to all the people who were part of this, it's okay not to be okay. So you don't have to feel sorry for yourself. You can feel sorry for yourself sometimes, but just wake up and say, it's okay, and dust yourself. And I just want to say to you, thank you very much. We will call on you. We'll check from the people who've been communicating with us, the two coaching classes that you're going to give. I just want to thank you for being you. Thank you for all the good work that you are doing. And just thank you for giving us sanity to say, yes, it's okay. And I want to say,
Walaikum salam. Thank you, Yvonne, for this beautiful opportunity. You are a true inspiration to our country, to the youth, to me. And I want to say that may you always be blessed and continue doing the work that you do. Take care.
Thank you very much. We'll see you very soon, inshallah. Thank you.